Welcome to an enlightening journey. This educational content offers challenging insights. Approach with an open mind. The link for the study guide can be found in the description. Subscribe to join the exploration. Let's dive in without wasting time.
Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve great things while others struggle to make progress? The key often lies in how they think. Success isn't just about talent or luck. It's about developing a mindset that drives you toward your goals. The famous quote, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become," perfectly captures the power of thought. If you believe in your potential, you're far more likely to act in ways that bring you closer to success. Successful people train their minds to think differently. They focus on solutions, not problems. They embrace challenges and see failure as a learning experience rather than a setback. This type of thinking doesn't just happen overnight. It's something you cultivate over time by being mindful of your thoughts and learning to shift them in a more positive, productive direction. In this audiobook, we dive deep into the powerful thought patterns and habits that set successful people apart. Whether it's harnessing creativity to spark innovation or making decisive choices when it matters most, you'll discover how to cultivate the mindset that paves the way to greatness. Every decision, every action starts in your mind, and that's where your true potential is unlocked. Your mind is the architect of your reality, capable of building a future filled with success, growth, and fulfillment. Now is the time to harness that power. This is your moment to rise above limitations and step fully into your potential. Chapter 1. Thinking like a leader. Thinking like a leader means adopting a mindset that allows you to inspire, guide, and influence others. A leader doesn't just react to circumstances. They anticipate change, set clear goals, and approach challenges with confidence and optimism. To think like a leader, you must focus on the long-term vision while also handling day-to-day responsibilities with clarity and purpose. Leadership is not just about having authority. It's about setting a positive example, fostering growth in others, and being resilient in the face of adversity. One of the key aspects of thinking like a leader is developing strong decision-making skills. Leaders need to make decisions confidently, even when facing uncertainty. This means gathering the right information, considering different perspectives, and taking calculated risks. Leaders understand that not every decision will be perfect, but they learn from every experience and adapt quickly. Thinking like a leader also involves being decisive while maintaining flexibility, knowing when to stick to a plan and when to adjust course based on new developments. Another important element of leadership thinking is emotional intelligence. Leaders understand the emotions of their team members and use this awareness to manage relationships effectively. They create environments where people feel valued and heard, which helps to build trust and loyalty. Emotional intelligence also enables leaders to stay calm under pressure and manage their own stress, ensuring they can guide their teams through difficult situations without becoming overwhelmed or reactive. Thinking like a leader also requires focusing on the big picture while keeping track of smaller details. Leaders need to balance both, seeing how immediate actions align with long-term goals. They are visionaries who inspire others to see beyond the challenges of today and focus on the possibilities of tomorrow. This kind of thinking drives innovation, creativity, and progress, as leaders are not just looking at what is, but what could be. Lastly, a leader's mindset includes fostering growth in others. True leadership is not about doing everything yourself, but about empowering those around you to rise to their full potential. Leaders invest in their teams, provide guidance, and create opportunities for others to learn and succeed. This creates a culture of collaboration and trust, where everyone is working toward a common goal, motivated by a shared vision. By thinking like a leader, you position yourself to inspire and motivate others while continuously growing and learning yourself. This mindset paves the way for success in every area of life, as you lead by example and show others what's possible through determination, empathy, and strategic thinking. Chapter 2. Big Picture Thinking. Big picture thinking is the ability to look beyond the immediate situation and see the broader context and future possibilities. This mindset allows you to consider how individual decisions and actions fit into larger goals, helping to avoid getting stuck in short-term challenges. People who practice big picture thinking focus not just on the task at hand, but on how that task supports long-term objectives. It's about connecting today's work with tomorrow's success, ensuring that every action is aligned with a bigger vision. When you think big, you allow yourself to be open to new opportunities and perspectives. Instead of focusing solely on details, big picture thinkers step back and ask questions like, how does this impact the future? Or, what are the long-term benefits of this decision? This type of thinking promotes innovation because it encourages you to think outside the box and explore creative solutions that might not be obvious in the short term. It also allows you to anticipate potential challenges before they arise, giving you the ability to plan proactively. Big picture thinking is essential for effective leadership because it provides clarity and direction. Leaders who think big can guide their teams with a clear vision, helping others to see how their roles contribute to a larger purpose. This is crucial for motivating and aligning teams, as it creates a sense of meaning and shared goals. When people understand the why behind their actions, they are more likely to stay engaged and committed to the mission. In addition, big picture thinking helps in managing change and uncertainty. In a constantly evolving world, it's easy to get overwhelmed by the details of daily challenges. However, when you focus on the big picture, you maintain perspective and can navigate through uncertainty with confidence. You understand that setbacks are just a small part of the larger journey, which helps you stay resilient and adaptable. Moreover, developing a big picture mindset requires patience and the ability to tolerate ambiguity. Sometimes, the larger vision may not be immediately clear, and progress can seem slow. However, by maintaining focus on long-term objectives, you build the perseverance to push through obstacles. This mindset also encourages strategic thinking, as it helps you weigh the potential long-term consequences of decisions, rather than simply reacting to short-term results. Moreover, developing a big picture mindset requires patience and the ability to tolerate ambiguity. Sometimes, the larger vision may not be immediately clear, and progress can seem slow. However, by maintaining focus on long-term objectives, you build the perseverance to push through obstacles. This mindset also encourages strategic thinking, as it helps you weigh the potential long-term consequences of decisions rather than simply reacting to short-term results. In summary, big picture thinking equips you with the ability to navigate complexities, align short-term actions with long-term goals, and inspire others by focusing on what truly matters. It is a critical mindset for success, ensuring that you don't lose sight of the larger vision, even when dealing with immediate challenges. Chapter 3. Mindset of Achievement. The mindset of achievement is rooted in the belief that success is not just about talent or opportunity, but about how you think and approach challenges. People with an achievement mindset understand that success comes from consistent effort, learning from mistakes, and always striving to improve. It is a mindset that sees obstacles not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones toward growth and development. This mindset pushes you to go beyond your comfort zone, explore new possibilities, and persevere, even when the journey gets tough. At the core of the achievement mindset is the belief in the power of growth and progress. Instead of focusing on immediate outcomes, people with this mindset emphasize personal development and continuous learning. They understand that every challenge is an opportunity to learn something new, and every setback is a lesson that brings them closer to their goals. This mindset also embraces failure as a part of the process, recognizing that success is rarely a straight path. Achievers view failures as temporary and see them as necessary steps toward future accomplishments. Another key element of the mindset of achievement is having a clear vision of what you want to achieve. Successful people set specific, measurable goals and are intentional about their actions. They understand that without clear goals, it is easy to get distracted or lose motivation. This focus on goal setting provides direction and purpose, making it easier to stay disciplined and take consistent steps toward the end result. By having a clear sense of what success looks like, you are better equipped to make decisions that align with your long-term vision. Persistence is also a defining trait of the achievement mindset. Achievers are resilient in the face of challenges, and they maintain their commitment to their goals, even when progress seems slow or difficult. They are willing to put in the hard work required to overcome obstacles and are not easily discouraged by setbacks. This resilience is fueled by the belief that with enough effort and time, they will succeed. The mindset of achievement helps individuals keep pushing forward, knowing that every small victory contributes to their overall success. Persistence is also a defining trait of the achievement mindset. Achievers are resilient in the face of challenges, and they maintain their commitment to their goals even when progress seems slow or difficult. They are willing to put in the hard work required to overcome obstacles and are not easily discouraged by setbacks. This resilience is fueled by the belief that with enough effort and time, they will succeed. The mindset of achievement helps individuals keep pushing forward, knowing that every small victory contributes to their overall success. Moreover, this mindset is driven by self-belief and confidence. Those with an achievement mindset trust in their abilities to succeed, even when the odds are stacked against them. This confidence doesn't come from an overestimation of their skills, but from a deep understanding that they can learn, adapt, and grow through experience. This belief in one's ability to achieve is crucial, as it helps maintain motivation and focus during difficult times. The mindset of achievement instills the idea that you have control over your own success and that you can take deliberate actions to shape your future. Moreover, this mindset is driven by self-belief and confidence. Those with an achievement mindset trust in their abilities to succeed, even when the odds are stacked against them. This confidence doesn't come from an overestimation of their skills, but from a deep understanding that they can learn, adapt, and grow through experience. This belief in one's ability to achieve is crucial, as it helps maintain motivation and focus during difficult times. The mindset of achievement instills the idea that you have control over your own success and that you can take deliberate actions to shape your future. Finally, the mindset of achievement includes a willingness to take risks. People with this mindset understand that to achieve great things, they must be willing to step outside of their comfort zones and embrace uncertainty. They are not afraid to take calculated risks because they know that growth often requires bold action. This openness to risk-taking helps them seize opportunities that others might avoid, and it ultimately leads to greater success. By embracing challenges, remaining focused on long-term goals, and believing in their potential, individuals with a mindset of achievement continuously move forward on the path to success. Finally, the mindset of achievement includes a willingness to take risks. People with this mindset understand that to achieve great things, they must be willing to step outside of their comfort zones and embrace uncertainty. They are not afraid to take calculated risks because they know that growth often requires bold action. This openness to risk-taking helps them seize opportunities that others might avoid, and it ultimately leads to greater success. By embracing challenges, remaining focused on long-term goals, and believing in their potential, individuals with a mindset of achievement continuously move forward on the path to success. Chapter 4. Learning from failure. Failure is often viewed negatively, but those who embrace it as a learning tool understand that it is an essential part of success. Learning from failure involves changing how you perceive mistakes and setbacks. Instead of seeing failure as a final verdict on your abilities, it becomes a stepping stone on your journey. Many of the most successful people have faced multiple failures, but they used those experiences as opportunities to learn, grow, and adjust their strategies. By doing so, they turned their failures into success. Failure is often viewed negatively, but those who embrace it as a learning tool understand that it is an essential part of success. Learning from failure involves changing how you perceive mistakes and setbacks. Instead of seeing failure as a final verdict on your abilities, it becomes a stepping stone on your journey. Many of the most successful people have faced multiple failures, but they used those experiences as opportunities to learn, grow, and adjust their strategies. By doing so, they turned their failures into success. One of the first steps in learning from failure is shifting your mindset. Instead of viewing failure as something to be avoided, it should be seen as a natural part of the learning process. Everyone encounters obstacles, but it's how you respond to them that determines your future success. Failure teaches valuable lessons, often showing us what doesn't work, which can be just as important as knowing what does. The key is to approach failure with curiosity, asking yourself what went wrong and how you can improve in the future. One of the first steps in learning from failure is shifting your mindset. Instead of viewing failure as something to be avoided, it should be seen as a natural part of the learning process. Everyone encounters obstacles, but it's how you respond to them that determines your future success. Failure teaches valuable lessons, often showing us what doesn't work, which can be just as important as knowing what does. The key is to approach failure with curiosity, asking yourself what went wrong and how you can improve in the future. Failure provides feedback that can lead to growth. When you fail, it gives you direct insight into areas that need improvement. Perhaps a certain strategy didn't work, or maybe a particular skill wasn't as strong as you thought. This kind of feedback is invaluable because it shows you exactly where you need to focus your efforts. People who fear failure often miss out on this vital information because they are too focused on avoiding mistakes rather than learning from them. By welcoming failure, you open yourself up to continuous growth and development. Failure provides feedback that can lead to growth. When you fail, it gives you direct insight into areas that need improvement. Perhaps a certain strategy didn't work, or maybe a particular skill wasn't as strong as you thought. This kind of feedback is invaluable because it shows you exactly where you need to focus your efforts. People who fear failure often miss out on this vital information because they are too focused on avoiding mistakes rather than learning from them. By welcoming failure, you open yourself up to continuous growth and development. Resilience is another essential component of learning from failure. When you encounter setbacks, it can be tempting to give up or feel defeated. However, building resilience means bouncing back and continuing to move forward despite the challenges. This ability to keep going is what separates those who eventually succeed from those who stop trying. Failure isn't the end of the road. It's a detour that can lead to new insights and stronger strategies. The more resilient you are, the more likely you are to persevere through difficult times and ultimately reach your goals. Resilience is another essential component of learning from failure. When you encounter setbacks, it can be tempting to give up or feel defeated. However, building resilience means bouncing back and continuing to move forward despite the challenges. This ability to keep going is what separates those who eventually succeed from those who stop trying. Failure isn't the end of the road. It's a detour that can lead to new insights and stronger strategies. The more resilient you are, the more likely you are to persevere through difficult times and ultimately reach your goals. Learning from failure also involves taking responsibility for your actions. It's easy to blame external factors when things go wrong, but successful people take ownership of their mistakes. By doing so, they empower themselves to make changes and improve. When you take responsibility, you have control over the situation and can actively work to correct it. This sense of accountability is crucial because it prevents you from falling into a victim mentality where you feel powerless to change your circumstances. Learning from failure also involves taking responsibility for your actions. It's easy to blame external factors when things go wrong, but successful people take ownership of their mistakes. By doing so, they empower themselves to make changes and improve. When you take responsibility, you have control over the situation and can actively work to correct it. This sense of accountability is crucial because it prevents you from falling into a victim mentality where you feel powerless to change your circumstances. Another important aspect of learning from failure is understanding that it takes time. Success is rarely achieved overnight, and there will be bumps along the way. Instead of becoming discouraged by setbacks, it's essential to maintain a long-term perspective. Each failure is part of a larger journey, and the lessons you learn will accumulate over time. With each attempt, you get closer to your goal, and the knowledge you gain from failure accelerates your progress. Patience and persistence are key ingredients in turning failure into success. Another important aspect of learning from failure is understanding that it takes time. Success is rarely achieved overnight, and there will be bumps along the way. Instead of becoming discouraged by setbacks, it's essential to maintain a long-term perspective. Each failure is part of a larger journey, and the lessons you learn will accumulate over time. With each attempt, you get closer to your goal, and the knowledge you gain from failure accelerates your progress. Patience and persistence are key ingredients in turning failure into success. Failure also teaches you about adaptability. When things don't go as planned, you are forced to adjust and find new ways to reach your goals. This flexibility is crucial in an ever-changing world where circumstances can shift unexpectedly. Learning to adapt and pivot in response to failure makes you more resilient and resourceful. It allows you to explore different approaches and discover solutions that you may not have considered otherwise. In this way, failure pushes you to become more innovative and creative. Failure also teaches you about adaptability. When things don't go as planned, you are forced to adjust and find new ways to reach your goals. This flexibility is crucial in an ever-changing world where circumstances can shift unexpectedly. Learning to adapt and pivot in response to failure makes you more resilient and resourceful. It allows you to explore different approaches and discover solutions that you may not have considered otherwise. In this way, failure pushes you to become more innovative and creative. A crucial element of learning from failure is maintaining a positive attitude. It's easy to become disheartened after a setback, but staying optimistic helps you see failure as a temporary hurdle rather than a permanent defeat. A positive mindset allows you to keep your focus on the future and remain motivated to try again. Optimism doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties. It means believing that you have the strength and ability to overcome them. This attitude keeps you moving forward, even when the road seems tough. A crucial element of learning from failure is maintaining a positive attitude. It's easy to become disheartened after a setback, but staying optimistic helps you see failure as a temporary hurdle rather than a permanent defeat. A positive mindset allows you to keep your focus on the future and remain motivated to try again. Optimism doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties. It means believing that you have the strength and ability to overcome them. This attitude keeps you moving forward, even when the road seems tough. Failure also plays a role in building humility. When you experience setbacks, it reminds you that there is always room to learn and grow. It keeps you grounded and open to new ideas and perspectives. Humility allows you to accept help from others and recognize that success is a collective effort. By embracing humility, you become more receptive to feedback and more willing to make the necessary adjustments to succeed. Failure also plays a role in building humility. When you experience setbacks, it reminds you that there is always room to learn and grow. It keeps you grounded and open to new ideas and perspectives. Humility allows you to accept help from others and recognize that success is a collective effort. By embracing humility, you become more receptive to feedback and more willing to make the necessary adjustments to succeed. Finally, learning from failure builds confidence. Each time you fail and recover, you prove to yourself that you have the ability to overcome challenges. This process strengthens your belief in yourself and your capabilities. Over time, you become more comfortable with taking risks because you know that failure is not something to fear. Instead, it's an opportunity to improve, grow, and ultimately achieve your goals. With each failure, you become stronger, more resilient, and more equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Finally, learning from failure builds confidence. Each time you fail and recover, you prove to yourself that you have the ability to overcome challenges. This process strengthens your belief in yourself and your capabilities. Over time, you become more comfortable with taking risks because you know that failure is not something to fear. Instead, it's an opportunity to improve, grow, and ultimately achieve your goals. With each failure, you become stronger, more resilient, and more equipped to handle whatever comes your way. In conclusion, learning from failure is one of the most powerful tools for personal and professional growth. It teaches resilience, adaptability, and accountability, while also providing valuable feedback for improvement. By embracing failure as part of the journey, you gain the ability to bounce back stronger and move forward with greater clarity and confidence. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's an essential part of it. In conclusion, learning from failure is one of the most powerful tools for personal and professional growth. It teaches resilience, adaptability, and accountability, while also providing valuable feedback for improvement. By embracing failure as part of the journey, you gain the ability to bounce back stronger and move forward with greater clarity and confidence. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's an essential part of it. Chapter 5. Discipline and consistency. Discipline and consistency are the cornerstones of achieving long-term success. No matter how big your goals are or how much talent you possess, without discipline, it becomes difficult to maintain the focus and effort needed to reach those goals. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it, while consistency is the practice of showing up regularly and making progress every day, no matter how small. Together, these two traits form the foundation of sustainable success. The first step in building discipline is understanding that it's a skill, not an inherent trait. Many people believe they lack discipline because they don't have a natural inclination toward routine or strict focus. However, discipline can be developed over time through practice and effort. By setting small, achievable goals and following through on them, you gradually build your capacity for discipline. Like a muscle, the more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. Consistency, on the other hand, is about showing up every day and putting in the work, even when the results are not immediately visible. One of the biggest challenges people face when pursuing a goal is staying consistent, especially when progress seems slow. However, success often comes from steady, incremental progress rather than sudden breakthroughs. By committing to small daily actions, you create momentum that eventually leads to larger results. Consistency compounds over time, turning small efforts into significant achievements. Discipline and consistency go hand in hand. Discipline helps you make the choice to do what's necessary, and consistency ensures that you keep making that choice regularly. For example, if you want to improve your physical fitness, discipline gets you to the gym on a day when you'd rather stay home, and consistency ensures that you keep going back day after day. The combination of these two qualities leads to lasting change, whether in your health, career, or personal life. One of the key benefits of discipline is that it helps you overcome short-term impulses and distractions. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded by distractions, from social media to entertainment, that can pull us away from our goals. Discipline acts as a shield, allowing you to stay focused on what truly matters. When you practice discipline, you learn to prioritize long-term rewards over short-term pleasures. This ability to delay gratification is a hallmark of successful individuals. Consistency, on the other hand, reinforces discipline by building habits. When you repeat a behavior consistently, it becomes automatic, reducing the amount of willpower needed to perform it. For example, if you consistently wake up early to work on a project, over time, it becomes a habit, and you no longer need to rely on sheer willpower to get out of bed. This is why consistency is so powerful. It transforms effort into routine, making it easier to stay disciplined in the long run. To develop discipline and consistency, it's important to set clear and specific goals. Vague goals like get healthier or be more productive are difficult to follow through on because they lack direction. Instead, break your goals down into concrete actions, such as exercise for 30 minutes every day or write 500 words daily. These specific, actionable goals make it easier to stay disciplined and consistent because you know exactly what you need to do each day to make progress. Another key aspect of building discipline is learning to manage your time effectively. Time management is crucial for staying consistent because it ensures that you prioritize your goals amidst the many demands of daily life. By creating a schedule and sticking to it, you create a structure that supports discipline. For example, blocking out time each morning to work on a personal project helps you stay consistent, even when other tasks threaten to take over your day. Time management helps you create the space needed for disciplined action. Accountability is another powerful tool for maintaining discipline and consistency. When you share your goals with someone else, whether it's a friend, family member, or mentor, you create a sense of responsibility. Knowing that someone else is aware of your commitments makes it harder to slack off or quit when things get tough. Accountability partners can provide encouragement, feedback, and support, helping you stay on track even when motivation wanes. One of the most important aspects of discipline is learning to push through discomfort. There will be days when you don't feel like working on your goals, and moments when the tasks in front of you seem overwhelming. This is when discipline is most needed, when you must push yourself to take action despite the discomfort. Successful people understand that discomfort is part of the process and that pushing through it leads to growth. Discipline helps you embrace the hard work necessary for success. Consistency, in turn, builds resilience. The more you show up, even on tough days, the stronger your resilience becomes. Each time you overcome a challenge and stay consistent, you build mental toughness. This resilience is what helps you keep going when the road gets rough. It's not about never facing difficulties, but about consistently showing up and doing the work, even when it's hard. Over time, this resilience becomes a key factor in achieving long-term success. Another benefit of discipline and consistency is that they help you develop self-confidence. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you begin to trust yourself more. You prove to yourself that you can set goals and achieve them, which boosts your self-esteem and belief in your abilities. This self-confidence becomes a positive feedback loop. The more disciplined and consistent you are, the more you believe in yourself, and the more likely you are to continue pushing toward your goals. Building discipline and consistency also requires self-compassion. It's important to recognize that nobody is perfect, and there will be days when you slip up or miss a target. Instead of being harsh on yourself, practice self-compassion and use setbacks as learning opportunities. What matters is that you get back on track and continue working toward your goals. Self-compassion helps you maintain consistency over the long term, preventing burnout and frustration. Finally, discipline and consistency are about commitment to the process rather than the outcome. Success doesn't happen overnight, and it's easy to get discouraged when results are slow to appear. However, by focusing on the daily actions and routines that move you closer to your goals, you shift your mindset from immediate results to long-term progress. This commitment to the process ensures that you stay disciplined and consistent, even when the rewards are not yet visible. In conclusion, discipline and consistency are the foundation of achieving anything worthwhile in life. They empower you to stay focused, overcome obstacles, and make steady progress toward your goals. By practicing discipline and consistency, you build habits that make success inevitable. Whether you're pursuing personal, professional, or physical goals, these two traits will guide you toward lasting achievement and fulfillment. Chapter 6. Resilience and Adaptability. Resilience and adaptability are essential traits for thriving in a world full of change and unpredictability. Life is filled with challenges, setbacks, and unforeseen events. But resilience is the quality that allows you to bounce back from difficulties, while adaptability enables you to adjust to new circumstances with ease. Together, these traits empower you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. Resilience begins with the mindset that challenges are a natural part of life. Everyone faces setbacks at some point, whether it's personal loss, career challenges, or unexpected life changes. Resilient people understand that these challenges are not the end, but are opportunities to learn and grow. They view difficulties as temporary and surmountable, which helps them stay focused on long-term goals rather than being overwhelmed by short-term obstacles. One of the key elements of resilience is emotional regulation. When faced with adversity, it's normal to experience feelings like frustration, sadness, or fear. However, resilient individuals have the ability to process these emotions in a healthy way. They allow themselves to feel the emotions, but do not let those feelings dictate their actions. This emotional balance enables them to make clear, rational decisions, even in high-pressure situations, and avoid becoming paralyzed by negative emotions. Adaptability, on the other hand, is the capacity to adjust to new conditions. In today's fast-paced world, change is inevitable, and those who are adaptable are more likely to succeed. Adaptability means being flexible in your thinking, being open to new approaches, and being willing to change your plans when necessary. People who are adaptable thrive in environments where others might struggle because they can shift their strategies and mindset to fit the evolving situation. Resilience and adaptability are closely related because, in order to be truly resilient, you must also be adaptable. When challenges arise, resilience helps you stay strong and persevere, but adaptability ensures that you can adjust your approach to overcome those challenges. Together, these traits create a powerful combination that allows you to face adversity with confidence and flexibility, knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way. One of the most powerful ways to build resilience is by developing a strong support system. Friends, family, mentors, and colleagues can provide emotional support, guidance, and perspective when you're facing tough times. Having a network of people who believe in you and encourage your growth can make a significant difference in how quickly you bounce back from setbacks. Resilient people are not afraid to seek help when needed, and they understand that leaning on others is a sign of strength, not weakness. Another aspect of resilience is learning to see failure as feedback rather than as a final outcome. Many people fear failure because they see it as a reflection of their abilities or worth. However, resilient individuals view failure as a natural part of the learning process. They use it as an opportunity to reflect on what went wrong, learn from their mistakes, and adjust their approach moving forward. This mindset shift allows them to stay optimistic and motivated, even when things don't go as planned. Building adaptability requires a willingness to embrace change. Many people resist change because it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. However, adaptability means recognizing that change is often necessary for growth. Whether it's learning new skills, taking on different responsibilities, or adjusting to a new environment, being adaptable means staying open to new possibilities. This openness allows you to seize opportunities that others might miss because they are stuck in their ways. A key strategy for developing both resilience and adaptability is cultivating a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to improve rather than as threats to their success. This mindset encourages resilience because it allows you to stay focused on learning and growth, even when you encounter obstacles. It also fosters adaptability because you are more likely to seek out new experiences and be open to feedback. Resilience also involves setting realistic goals and breaking them down into manageable steps. When you set overly ambitious goals, it's easy to become discouraged if you don't see immediate results. However, by setting smaller, achievable goals, you can create a sense of progress and momentum. Each small success builds your confidence and resilience, making it easier to stay committed to your long-term vision, even when setbacks occur. Adaptability, in turn, requires creativity and problem-solving skills. When faced with a challenge, adaptable individuals don't get stuck on one solution. Instead, they explore different options, think outside the box, and are willing to try new approaches. This flexibility in thinking allows them to find solutions that others might overlook. It also helps them remain calm and focused under pressure, knowing that there are always multiple ways to achieve a goal. Another critical component of resilience is self-care. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being is essential for maintaining the energy and focus needed to overcome challenges. This includes getting enough sleep, eating well, exercising regularly, and finding time to relax and recharge. Self-care helps you build the stamina needed to face adversity and ensures that you have the emotional resilience to handle stress and setbacks effectively. Adaptability also involves a willingness to let go of old habits and routines that no longer serve you. In a rapidly changing world, what worked in the past may not always be effective in the future. Adaptable people are not afraid to question their assumptions and make adjustments to their approach. This willingness to evolve is what allows them to stay relevant and continue growing, even in the face of change. Resilience and adaptability are also strengthened by cultivating a positive mindset. People who focus on the positives in every situation are better able to recover from setbacks and remain optimistic about the future. This doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending that everything is fine, but rather focusing on what can be learned from the situation and how to move forward. Positive thinking helps you stay motivated and resilient, even in tough times. Practicing mindfulness is another way to enhance resilience and adaptability. Mindfulness helps you stay present in the moment and reduces the stress that comes from worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. By practicing mindfulness, you can develop a greater sense of clarity and calm, allowing you to respond to challenges with greater ease. This mental clarity helps you stay adaptable, as you can better assess the situation and make informed decisions without being clouded by anxiety or fear. Resilience is also about building mental toughness, the ability to persevere in the face of difficulties without giving up. Mental toughness comes from consistently pushing through challenges and developing the belief that you can handle whatever comes your way. The more you practice resilience, the stronger it becomes, allowing you to face larger challenges with greater confidence and determination. Adaptability also involves learning to embrace uncertainty. In life, not everything will go according to plan, and it's impossible to predict every outcome. Adaptable people understand this and are comfortable with uncertainty. They don't need everything to be perfect or predictable in order to move forward. Instead, they embrace the unknown and use it as an opportunity for growth. This ability to thrive in uncertainty is what makes adaptability such a valuable trait in today's ever-changing world. Building resilience and adaptability also involves developing patience. Success doesn't always come quickly, and the road to achieving your goals is often filled with setbacks and delays. Resilient and adaptable individuals understand that progress takes time, and they are willing to put in the effort day after day, even when results are slow to appear. This patience helps them stay committed to their goals, even in the face of adversity. In conclusion, resilience and adaptability are essential traits for achieving success in a world full of challenges and change. By building resilience, you develop the mental and emotional strength to overcome obstacles and keep moving forward. By cultivating adaptability, you remain flexible in your thinking and open to new opportunities, allowing you to thrive in any environment. Together, these traits empower you to face life's challenges with confidence and grace, knowing that you have the tools to succeed no matter what comes your way. Chapter 7. Vision and Clarity. Vision and clarity are essential components of achieving success in any area of life. Without a clear vision, it's easy to get lost in the details or overwhelmed by the many distractions and challenges that come your way. A strong vision acts as a compass, guiding your actions and decisions toward a specific goal. It allows you to see beyond your current situation and focus on where you want to be in the future. Successful people know that having a clear vision gives them direction and motivation, helping them stay focused on their path even when things get tough. Clarity, on the other hand, is about having a deep understanding of your goals and the steps you need to take to achieve them. It's not enough to have a vague idea of what you want. You need to be crystal clear about your objectives. Clarity brings a sense of purpose and confidence to your journey. When you are clear about your vision, you can prioritize your tasks, make better decisions, and avoid wasting time on things that don't align with your goals. One of the most important aspects of vision and clarity is setting specific, measurable goals. A broad vision is a good starting point, but breaking it down into smaller, actionable steps is what makes it achievable. For example, if your vision is to become a successful entrepreneur, you need to set clear goals, such as learning business strategies, building a network, and developing a strong product. Each of these goals should have a timeline and specific actions associated with it. This process of setting clear, actionable steps helps you stay on track and measure your progress. Successful people also understand that vision and clarity involve continuous reflection and adjustment. As you move toward your goals, you may encounter new information, challenges, or opportunities that require you to tweak your vision or change your approach. Having clarity means being flexible and open to change while still staying focused on your ultimate goal. This adaptability allows you to navigate obstacles without losing sight of your vision. Vision and clarity also give you the power to inspire others. When you have a clear vision of where you're headed and can communicate it effectively, people are more likely to support you and follow your lead. This is especially important for leaders who need to rally their teams around a common goal. A clear vision motivates others, giving them a sense of purpose and direction. It also creates a sense of shared responsibility, where everyone works together toward achieving the same outcome. In summary, vision and clarity are vital for achieving success. They provide direction, focus, and motivation, helping you navigate challenges and stay on course. By setting clear goals, staying flexible, and inspiring others with your vision, you create a powerful roadmap to achieving your dreams. Vision and clarity are crucial not only for setting goals, but also for overcoming obstacles that inevitably arise along the path to success. When you are clear about where you are going, obstacles become temporary setbacks rather than insurmountable challenges. A well-defined vision allows you to anticipate potential challenges and develop strategies to handle them. This foresight empowers you to approach problems with confidence, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity to refine your plan and get closer to your goal. Vision turns obstacles into stepping stones rather than roadblocks. In addition to helping you overcome obstacles, a strong vision also fuels perseverance. When your vision is clear, it serves as a reminder of why you're working so hard, even when progress seems slow or when setbacks occur. Successful individuals often cite their ability to maintain focus on their long-term vision as a key factor in pushing through difficult times. Without clarity, it's easy to give up when the going gets tough. But with a clear vision, you can keep moving forward, knowing that each small step is bringing you closer to your ultimate goal. Clarity also helps you eliminate distractions. In today's fast-paced world, there are countless things vying for your attention, from social media to day-to-day responsibilities. Without clarity, it's easy to get sidetracked by tasks that don't contribute to your long-term goals. A clear vision acts as a filter, helping you prioritize what's important and ignore what's not. When you have clarity, you can make decisions quickly and confidently, knowing that they align with your broader objectives. This focus is what separates successful individuals from those who constantly feel overwhelmed by distractions. Another key aspect of vision and clarity is the ability to visualize success. Visualization is a powerful tool that many successful people use to mentally rehearse their achievements. When you can clearly see yourself reaching your goals, it becomes easier to believe in your ability to achieve them. Visualization not only builds confidence, but also prepares your mind to handle challenges and stay focused on the end result. The more vividly you can picture your success, the more real and achievable it becomes. Vision and clarity also promote long-term thinking. While many people focus on immediate rewards or short-term goals, successful individuals understand the value of thinking ahead. A clear vision allows you to see beyond the present moment and make decisions that benefit you in the long run. This forward-thinking mindset is essential for building sustainable success, whether in business, personal growth, or relationships. Long-term clarity helps you resist the temptation of instant gratification and stay committed to your broader goals. Furthermore, vision and clarity foster a sense of purpose. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, your work becomes more meaningful. You're not just going through the motions, you're working towards something bigger than yourself. This sense of purpose fuels your motivation, helping you stay energized and excited about the journey ahead. People with a strong sense of purpose are more resilient, more productive, and more likely to achieve their goals. Developing vision and clarity also requires self-reflection. It's important to regularly evaluate your progress and assess whether your actions are still aligned with your vision. Self-reflection allows you to adjust your goals as needed and ensures that you remain on the right path. It also helps you stay grounded and connected to your values, which are the foundation of a strong vision. By regularly reflecting on your vision and goals, you can ensure that you're always moving in the right direction. Moreover, vision and clarity enhance your decision-making abilities. When you know exactly what you want, making decisions becomes much easier. You can quickly assess whether a particular choice will bring you closer to or further away from your goals. This clarity helps you avoid second-guessing yourself and reduces decision fatigue. Successful people make decisions with confidence because they know their actions are aligned with their vision. Lastly, vision and clarity give you the ability to inspire and lead others. A clear vision is not just beneficial for your personal success, it's also a powerful tool for leadership. When you can articulate your vision clearly, you inspire others to join you on your journey. Whether you're leading a team at work or inspiring friends and family, having a clear vision helps you rally support and build momentum. Great leaders know that their vision is what motivates others to take action and contribute to the collective success of the group. In conclusion, vision and clarity are essential elements of success. They provide direction, motivation, and focus, helping you overcome obstacles and stay committed to your goals. By developing a clear vision and regularly reflecting on your progress, you can achieve success in any area of your life. Whether you're pursuing a personal dream or leading a team, vision and clarity are the foundation upon which all success is built. Chapter 8. Decisive action is the key that turns vision into reality. While having a clear vision and setting goals are crucial, success ultimately comes down to taking action. The difference between people who achieve their dreams and those who don't often lies in their ability to make decisions and act on them without hesitation. Being decisive means having the confidence to move forward, even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. It's about recognizing that inaction leads to stagnation, while action, no matter how small, propels you toward progress. One of the biggest challenges to taking decisive action is the fear of making the wrong decision. Many people become paralyzed by the possibility of failure or making a mistake. However, successful individuals understand that no decision is perfect, and waiting for the right moment or perfect plan can lead to missed opportunities. Taking action, even if it's imperfect, allows you to learn and adjust as you go. Each step you take gives you valuable experience and insight that you wouldn't have gained by remaining on the sidelines. Decisive action also requires overcoming the urge to procrastinate. It's easy to fall into the trap of delaying decisions, waiting for more information, or hoping for circumstances to change. But this mindset only holds you back. Procrastination is often rooted in fear or uncertainty, but by pushing past that initial resistance and taking the first step, you build momentum. Once you've started, the path forward becomes clearer, and it's easier to stay committed to your goals. Success requires movement, and movement begins with action. Another important aspect of decisive action is commitment. Once you've made a decision, commit to seeing it through. Indecision and wavering can drain your energy and prevent you from making real progress. Successful people commit fully to their choices, understanding that while they can always adjust their approach, they must first commit to action. This commitment also helps build resilience, as it encourages you to stay focused and push through challenges rather than constantly questioning whether you made the right choice. Clarity in your decision-making process comes from knowing your goals and values. When you are clear about what you want to achieve and why it matters, making decisions becomes easier. You can quickly assess whether a particular action aligns with your long-term vision. This clarity reduces doubt and gives you the confidence to take action without second-guessing yourself. Decisive action doesn't mean rushing into things recklessly, but it does mean moving forward with intention and purpose, guided by your goals. Successful people also understand that taking action doesn't always mean giant leaps. Sometimes it's the small, consistent steps that make the biggest difference. Decisive action can be as simple as making one phone call, sending an email, or setting aside time to work on a project. These small actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they accumulate and lead to significant progress. Consistency in taking small, decisive actions is often more effective than waiting for the opportunity to make one big, game-changing move. In addition, decisive action cultivates self-discipline. By training yourself to act quickly and confidently, you build the habit of making decisions without overthinking or procrastinating. Self-discipline allows you to stay focused on your goals, even when distractions or doubts arise. The more you practice taking action, the easier it becomes to trust your instincts and move forward without hesitation. This discipline is essential for maintaining momentum and achieving long-term success. Moreover, decisiveness empowers you to seize opportunities as they arise. Opportunities are often fleeting, and those who hesitate or wait too long may miss out. Successful individuals are ready to act when the moment presents itself, recognizing that waiting for the perfect opportunity may mean missing out on valuable experiences or connections. By acting decisively, you put yourself in a position to capitalize on opportunities that others might overlook. Decisive action also means being willing to pivot when necessary. While commitment is important, flexibility is equally crucial. Sometimes, the path you initially choose may not lead to the desired outcome. In these cases, being decisive means recognizing when it's time to change direction and take a new approach. Successful people aren't afraid to pivot when needed. They understand that agility is part of the process. The ability to make quick, confident decisions, whether sticking to a plan or changing course, sets them apart from those who remain indecisive. Finally, decisive action builds confidence. The more you practice making decisions and taking action, the more confident you become in your abilities. Each time you make a decision and see it through, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of achieving your goals. Confidence grows with action, and action becomes easier with confidence. This positive cycle fuels your momentum and helps you continue moving forward, even when challenges arise. In summary, decisive action is essential for turning dreams into reality. It requires overcoming fear, committing to your choices, and staying disciplined in your efforts. By taking consistent, purposeful action, you build momentum, seize opportunities, and ultimately achieve your goals. Whether the steps you take are big or small, the key is to keep moving forward, trusting that action is the path to success. Taking decisive action also helps you build the skill of time management. Successful individuals understand that time is one of the most valuable resources, and how you use it determines your success. By being decisive, you eliminate unnecessary delays, allowing you to focus on what's most important. Time wasted on indecision is time lost on pursuing your goals. By taking action promptly, you become more productive and efficient, making better use of the time available to you and ensuring that your efforts are directed toward meaningful outcomes. Moreover, taking decisive action allows you to set a clear example for others. Whether you're in a leadership position or simply striving to improve yourself, people around you notice when you act with purpose and confidence. Being decisive shows others that you trust your judgment and are willing to take risks to move forward. This can inspire those around you to act decisively as well, fostering a culture of confidence and action within your team or personal network. Leading by example in this way can have a ripple effect, encouraging more people to take ownership of their decisions and pursue their goals. Another key advantage of decisive action is that it sharpens your decision-making process over time. The more decisions you make, the better you become at assessing situations quickly and choosing the best course of action. This skill is invaluable in all areas of life, from personal growth to professional success. Over time, you develop the ability to weigh pros and cons more effectively, anticipate potential outcomes, and move forward with greater certainty. Decisive individuals often learn to trust their intuition, which becomes a powerful tool in moments where immediate decisions are required. Decisive action also helps you gain a deeper understanding of your strengths and weaknesses. When you take action, you quickly learn what works and what doesn't, allowing you to refine your approach. Each decision and subsequent action offers valuable feedback about your capabilities, helping you identify areas where you excel and areas that need improvement. This self-awareness is critical for personal and professional development, as it allows you to focus on your strengths and work on your weaknesses, ultimately making you more effective in achieving your goals. One of the less obvious benefits of decisive action is that it reduces stress and anxiety. Indecision often creates a mental burden, leading to increased stress as you worry about making the right choice. By taking action, you free yourself from this burden, allowing your mind to focus on the next steps. Taking control of the situation through action helps you feel more empowered and reduces the uncertainty that often fuels anxiety. Even if the decision doesn't lead to immediate success, knowing that you're moving forward brings a sense of relief and accomplishment. Furthermore, decisive action fosters a sense of ownership and accountability. When you make a decision and take action, you take responsibility for the outcome, whether positive or negative. This sense of ownership is empowering because it reinforces the idea that you are in control of your destiny. By taking responsibility for your decisions, you learn from your experiences and grow as an individual. This mindset of accountability is a key trait of successful people, as it encourages continuous learning and improvement rather than blaming external circumstances for failures. In addition to these benefits, decisive action strengthens your resilience. Not every decision will lead to the desired outcome, but by acting decisively, you put yourself in a position to learn from failures and bounce back stronger. Each setback becomes an opportunity to grow and refine your approach, making you more adaptable and capable of handling future challenges. The act of making decisions and acting on them builds mental toughness, as you become accustomed to facing obstacles and finding solutions rather than being paralyzed by indecision. Lastly, decisive action encourages creativity and innovation. When you commit to taking action, you open the door to experimentation and new ideas. Fear of failure often stifles creativity, but when you move forward decisively, you give yourself permission to try new things and explore uncharted territory. This willingness to take risks and innovate is what often leads to breakthroughs, both personally and professionally. By embracing action, you create an environment where creativity can flourish, allowing you to discover new ways of thinking and problem solving. Chapter 9. Optimism and Positive Thinking. Optimism and positive thinking are two of the most powerful tools you can cultivate in life. They shape your outlook on the world and influence how you approach challenges, opportunities, and even setbacks. When you embrace optimism, you view difficulties as temporary and solvable rather than permanent obstacles. This mindset allows you to move through life with a sense of hope and possibility, making it easier to take action and pursue your goals without being weighed down by fear or doubt. Positive thinking, on the other hand, helps you focus on solutions rather than problems, empowering you to find creative ways to overcome adversity. The power of optimism lies in its ability to reframe situations. When faced with a challenge, a person with a positive mindset looks for the lesson or opportunity within the experience. Instead of seeing failure as a reflection of personal inadequacy, they see it as feedback, an important part of the learning process that can guide them towards success. This shift in perspective makes it easier to bounce back from setbacks, maintain momentum, and keep a clear focus on long-term goals. Optimistic thinkers are more resilient because they believe that things will eventually work out in their favor. Positive thinking is not about ignoring reality or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging the difficulties you face, but choosing to focus on what you can control and what you can improve. This mindset empowers you to take responsibility for your actions and decisions rather than blaming external factors. When you focus on positive outcomes, you attract more opportunities and solutions, as your brain is wired to notice things that align with your thinking. As a result, positive thinkers often find themselves in a cycle of success, where their optimistic outlook leads to better outcomes, which in turn reinforces their positive mindset. In addition to improving your mental state, optimism and positive thinking have been linked to better physical health. Research has shown that people who maintain a positive outlook on life tend to experience lower stress levels, which in turn reduces the risk of chronic illnesses such as heart disease, high blood pressure, and depression. Optimistic individuals are more likely to engage in health-promoting behaviors, such as regular exercise and a balanced diet, because they believe that their actions can positively influence their well-being. This connection between mindset and physical health highlights the holistic benefits of cultivating a positive attitude. Another benefit of optimism and positive thinking is the way they improve your relationships. People are naturally drawn to those who exude positivity because they create an atmosphere of hope, encouragement, and possibility. When you approach interactions with optimism, you are more likely to resolve conflicts constructively, listen with empathy, and build stronger connections with others. This ability to maintain a positive outlook even in challenging times can inspire those around you, fostering a sense of collaboration and teamwork. Relationships built on optimism tend to be more resilient because both parties are focused on growth and mutual support. Optimism also fuels perseverance. When you believe that good things are possible and that your efforts will eventually pay off, you are more likely to stick with your goals, even when the path becomes difficult. Optimistic people don't give up easily because they view challenges as temporary setbacks rather than insurmountable barriers. This tenacity is a key trait of successful individuals, as it allows them to push through difficulties and keep moving forward despite obstacles. Positive thinking acts as a mental shield against discouragement, helping you stay motivated and focused on the bigger picture. The practice of gratitude is often tied to positive thinking. When you take time to appreciate the good things in your life, no matter how small, you naturally shift your focus away from negativity. Gratitude helps you recognize that there is always something to be thankful for, even in the midst of adversity. This practice strengthens your positive thinking muscles, allowing you to maintain an optimistic outlook even when things aren't going as planned. Over time, gratitude rewires your brain to see the world in a more positive light, making it easier to stay hopeful and motivated. Optimism and positive thinking also enhance your ability to take risks and embrace new opportunities. When you believe that success is possible and that failure is a stepping stone to growth, you are more willing to step out of your comfort zone. This willingness to take calculated risks opens the door to new possibilities, whether it's pursuing a career change, starting a new project, or learning a new skill. Positive thinkers see the potential rewards of their actions rather than fixating on what could go wrong, which allows them to act with confidence and seize opportunities that others might overlook. Furthermore, positive thinking can transform how you approach problem solving. When you maintain an optimistic attitude, your mind is open to creative solutions that you might not have considered if you were focused on the negative aspects of a situation. Optimism expands your thinking and allows you to explore different avenues for solving challenges, rather than getting stuck in a cycle of worry or doubt. This ability to think outside the box is invaluable in both personal and professional settings, as it leads to more innovative and effective solutions. Lastly, optimism and positive thinking are contagious. When you maintain a positive outlook, you inspire others to do the same. Your energy and attitude can influence the people around you, creating a ripple effect that spreads optimism throughout your personal and professional networks. This collective positivity can lead to a more supportive, encouraging environment where everyone is motivated to achieve their best. In this way, cultivating optimism not only benefits you, but also contributes to the success and well-being of those around you. Optimism and positive thinking also play a significant role in building self-confidence. When you consistently focus on the positive aspects of your life and your abilities, you develop a stronger sense of self-worth. Positive thinkers trust their ability to overcome challenges because they've trained their minds to look for solutions rather than dwell on problems. This constant reinforcement helps you build the confidence necessary to take on new challenges and achieve your goals. The more you succeed, the more confident you become, creating a cycle of growth and achievement fueled by optimism. Furthermore, optimism enhances your ability to set and achieve long-term goals. People with a positive mindset are more likely to see the value in hard work and persistence, understanding that success often takes time and effort. Instead of being discouraged by the distance between where they are and where they want to be, they focus on the progress they've made and the steps they need to take to continue moving forward. This future-oriented thinking keeps them motivated and allows them to approach their goals with patience and determination, knowing that their efforts will eventually pay off. Optimism also helps you navigate uncertainty with more ease. Life is full of unpredictable events, and a positive thinker is better equipped to handle uncertainty because they believe that no matter what happens, they will find a way to adapt and succeed. This mindset reduces anxiety about the future because optimistic individuals trust in their ability to cope with whatever comes their way. Instead of fearing the unknown, they embrace it as an opportunity for growth, which can lead to greater personal and professional fulfillment. In addition to personal benefits, optimism has a profound impact on leadership. Leaders who maintain a positive outlook inspire confidence in their teams, making it easier to foster a culture of collaboration and innovation. An optimistic leader sets the tone for how challenges are perceived and dealt with. encouraging team members to approach problems with a solution-oriented mindset. This creates a more positive and productive work environment where everyone feels empowered to contribute their ideas and take initiative, knowing that setbacks will be viewed as opportunities for learning rather than failures. Moreover, optimism and positive thinking are essential tools for mental health and well-being. People who cultivate a positive mindset are less likely to suffer from chronic stress, anxiety, and depression. By focusing on the good in life and practicing self-compassion, they build emotional resilience, which acts as a buffer against life's inevitable ups and downs. Positive thinking helps you manage difficult emotions in a healthier way, allowing you to stay grounded even during tough times. This not only improves your mental health, but also enhances your overall quality of life. Another key aspect of optimism is that it strengthens your ability to stay present. While it's natural to think about the future or reflect on the past, positive thinkers are better at enjoying the present moment. They focus on what they can do right now to improve their situation, rather than getting stuck in regret or worry. This mindfulness fosters a deeper sense of contentment and joy, helping you to appreciate the here and now while still working toward your goals. The ability to stay present and optimistic is a powerful tool for maintaining balance in a fast-paced world. Optimism also encourages a proactive attitude toward life. Instead of waiting for good things to happen, positive thinkers take charge of their circumstances and actively seek out opportunities. They understand that a positive mindset, combined with consistent action, is the key to creating the life they want. This proactive approach helps them stay ahead of challenges and seize opportunities as they arise. Rather than feeling like victims of circumstance, optimistic individuals feel empowered to shape their future, which leads to greater satisfaction and success. Lastly, optimism and positive thinking foster a sense of gratitude and humility. Optimistic individuals understand that success is not only about their own efforts, but also about the support they receive from others and the opportunities that come their way. This gratitude makes them more appreciative of the people in their lives and the experiences they encounter. By cultivating a mindset of gratitude, they are more likely to maintain positive relationships, attract more opportunities, and live a life filled with meaning and joy. 10. Chapter 10. Networking and Relationships. Networking and building strong relationships are essential components of personal and professional success. No matter how skilled or talented you are, connections can open doors that may have otherwise remained closed. Networking isn't just about meeting people, it's about cultivating meaningful, mutually beneficial relationships that can enhance your growth and success. It allows you to exchange ideas, learn from others, and create opportunities that align with your goals. At its core, networking is about creating authentic connections with people who share your values, interests, or professional objectives. It's important to approach networking with a mindset of giving as much as receiving. Offering your time, expertise, or support to others builds trust and respect, making people more likely to return the favor when opportunities arise. In this way, networking becomes a two-way street that fosters collaboration and mutual benefit. One of the key principles of successful networking is consistency. Building a solid network doesn't happen overnight. It requires time, patience, and regular engagement. It's essential to stay in touch with the people in your network, whether through casual check-ins, sharing valuable resources, or attending industry events together. By maintaining active relationships, you ensure that you're not just someone who reaches out when they need something, but someone who adds value consistently. In the digital age, networking has expanded beyond face-to-face interactions. Platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, and industry-specific forums provide excellent opportunities to connect with professionals across the globe. However, even in online networking, the principles of authenticity and mutual benefit remain crucial. Simply sending connection requests or liking posts is not enough. Real connections require meaningful engagement, such as thoughtful comments, sharing insights, or offering assistance when possible. Another key aspect of networking is understanding the importance of diversity in your connections. Having a network that includes people from various backgrounds, industries, and skill sets can expose you to new perspectives and opportunities. A diverse network broadens your horizons, allowing you to learn from people with different experiences and to tap into opportunities outside of your immediate circle. This variety helps to foster creativity, innovation, and more well-rounded decision-making. Effective networking also involves honing your communication skills. Whether you're meeting someone in person or interacting online, being a good listener and a clear communicator is essential. Active listening helps you understand the needs and interests of others, making it easier to build rapport and find common ground. Additionally, being able to clearly articulate your goals, expertise, and value allows you to make a memorable impression and create lasting connections. Beyond professional benefits, networking plays a vital role in personal growth. The relationships you build can offer emotional support, mentorship, and encouragement during challenging times. Strong relationships provide a sense of community and belonging, which is crucial for mental and emotional well-being. In this sense, networking isn't just about advancing your career, but also about enriching your life with meaningful connections. Finally, it's essential to nurture your existing relationships as much as you focus on building new ones. Often, people become so focused on expanding their network that they neglect the valuable connections they already have. Taking the time to strengthen your current relationships can lead to deeper trust and more significant opportunities in the long run. This includes offering help without expecting anything in return, being available during tough times, and celebrating the successes of those in your network. In summary, networking and relationships are not just tools for success, they are the foundation for a fulfilling personal and professional life. By approaching networking with authenticity, consistency, and a mindset of giving, you can build a robust network that supports your growth, enhances your opportunities, and enriches your experiences. Networking and relationships are not only critical for professional growth, but they also contribute to your personal development in ways that are sometimes overlooked. When you build and nurture relationships with a variety of people, you gain access to diverse perspectives and ideas that can inspire new ways of thinking and problem-solving. This broadens your outlook and helps you develop a more adaptable mindset, making you more resilient in both your personal and professional life. One often overlooked benefit of networking is the chance to exchange knowledge and resources. Whether it's information about a new trend in your industry, advice on managing a challenging project, or an introduction to someone who can help with your goals, these exchanges can be invaluable. Sharing knowledge helps to solidify your role as a valuable member of your network, enhancing your reputation and encouraging others to support you in return. Networking is also an opportunity to showcase your personal brand. Every interaction you have with others leaves an impression, and this impression shapes how you're perceived in both personal and professional circles. Being mindful of how you communicate, present yourself, and treat others is critical in building a personal brand that people trust and respect. Consistently demonstrating professionalism, reliability, and a positive attitude can enhance your credibility and create more opportunities in the future. Moreover, building strong relationships allows you to access mentorship and coaching. Whether formal or informal, having mentors in your network can provide invaluable guidance, helping you navigate complex decisions and avoid common pitfalls. A mentor can offer insights that come from experience and provide constructive feedback that helps you grow. In turn, offering mentorship to others in your network can also enhance your leadership skills and strengthen your reputation as a knowledgeable and supportive professional. Networking doesn't always have to be career-focused. Building relationships with like-minded individuals in different areas of life, such as hobbies, community activities, or personal development, can be equally rewarding. These connections can introduce you to new experiences and interests, enriching your life outside of work. Moreover, the stronger your network in all areas of your life, the more balanced and well-rounded you'll feel. It's important to remember that networking is about quality, not quantity. While it might be tempting to accumulate as many connections as possible, the strength of your network lies in the depth of the relationships, not the number of people you know. A few strong, supportive relationships are far more valuable than dozens of shallow connections. Focusing on building trust and genuine rapport ensures that your network is reliable and beneficial in the long run. Additionally, networking helps to boost your visibility within your industry or field. When you actively engage in professional groups, conferences, or online forums, you increase your presence and create opportunities to be recognized as a thought leader. People are more likely to refer you for opportunities or collaborations when you have an established presence and consistently contribute valuable insights to the conversation. Lastly, effective networking requires follow-up and maintenance. After meeting someone at an event or connecting online, it's crucial to follow up with a personal message, an email, or even scheduling a coffee chat. Regular check-ins ensure that the relationship doesn't fade over time. Networking isn't a one-time effort. It's an ongoing process of engagement and relationship building that, when done correctly, can lead to a wealth of opportunities and personal growth. How Successful People Think, audiobook, provides profound insights into the mindset and habits of those who consistently achieve their goals. By examining key principles such as the power of big-picture thinking, the importance of creativity and innovation, and the ability to make decisive actions, the audiobook outlines a roadmap for anyone looking to enhance their thinking and adopt the mindset of highly successful individuals. Success isn't just about talent or hard work. It's also about how you approach problems, seize opportunities, and manage relationships. Whether it's focusing on learning from failure, fostering resilience, or building meaningful connections through networking, successful thinkers are those who continuously evolve and adapt. Through practical advice and real-life examples, this audiobook encourages listeners to cultivate self-discipline, maintain an optimistic outlook, and consistently strive for personal growth. By applying these principles, you can unlock new levels of success in both your personal and professional life. Ultimately, the way you think shapes